What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Arena of Valor Esports review, and today we are finally gonna be taking a look at this highly requested series, Talon Esports going up against Mad Team. Now, I am not sure, I'm not sure what I am supposed to expect here. I just saw that this first game is gonna take a very long time to complete. So you already know, we will probably lose our mind here. I drank enough water, so don't you worry. We can go however long this takes without water. And yeah, Huck already gets caught here on his Marja. I will of course go through all the team comps, both team comps I should rather say. Talon Overfly on his Roxy, Talon Happy on his Eland'orr jungle, Huck, as I said already, on that Marja will probably go for a very tanky build, as we are used to seeing on those Marjas in pro play. We have Muwan on his Richter in that Abyssal Dragon lane, and J-Jack on Alice as support. Now on the side of a Mad Team, we have Yuzon on his Omen, we have Neil on Zephys, which is kind of interesting, Fanta on D-Rock, very standard, Cuckoo on his Krizzix, very impressive Krizzix performance so far in this tournament. And we have Mad0322 on Valhein, which is really interesting, not really seen a lot. And again, Huck just dies once again, completely gets caught, man. Man, this guy, usually very stellar performances, but this game and that last Liliana game where he was inting really badly, listen guys, it happens to the best of us, okay? No flame here, just funny to see when someone this good just ints a little bit. Mad Team already in that lead, 1k gold advantage after that Dragoon being picked up by Neil. And yeah, you can see both teams have fully equipped Arctic Orbs, except for Roxy there. And we have both teams also, coincidentally, fully equipped with Endless Cycle, except for Roxy. We'll see if Roxy is gonna be the only Alpha Chad, and while I'm saying that he gets caught by that Omen ult, I don't think he can survive. He is healing a lot. I think he has the increased healing enchantment, guys. We're gonna be honest, because he has that, he doesn't have Arctic Orb, so he doesn't have the blue enchantment sight. So he probably has, as you can see, red primary, green secondary, which makes me think he has either the increased healing enchantment or that enchantment that gives you 800 health late game by last hitting cannon minions, right? So we'll see what he has. Ooh, that Valhein is in a huge pinch here. Marja sprinting in with that ult, very well timed there by Huck. Seems like he's redeeming himself a little bit here. And yeah, a very nice game so far already. 3 minutes in, already 4 kills dropping. A lot of action. Neil has to ult away on his Zephys here, is able to get out though, and is going to clear that wave as well. So he is chilling, taking some farm from that D-Rock. We'll see if that will pay off in the late game. Of course, Zephys not the strongest late game, but not weak either, because he is just so tanky with that passive. That passive, you could slap that onto any hero and it will be an OP hero, I'm telling you guys. That passive is just one of the strongest passives in the entire game. Now, let's see what happens here. Neil is getting his blue buff there, that Zephys. Very happy Zephys getting his blue buff. We'll see if this Valhein is gonna get attacked once again. They were already able to drop him once. That Talon Esports roster, ooh, they have to watch out. That D-Rock has to back out here a little bit. He is backing out. He is poking very well. Of course, if the D-Rock hits that stun onto you, he can double cast that S1, and that is just way too much, okay? That is, you cannot follow up on that. Ooh, the Richter pokes the Valhein very low, not able to pick him up though, and ends up having to retreat here. I have to reduce my brightness a little bit on my screen, and there we go. The Dragon being pulled out by Talon's roster here. Just resetting it, gonna clear that mid lane wave, and then they will make their way onto this. You can see the Roxy already rotating. The Omen is still in that top lane, but Alice ult used, very interesting. Alice ult just used. This is, don't think they can get this Dragon right now. And it seems like Huck is getting caught a little bit, but only a little bit. Half health gone. That is fine. And the Mad gets that dragon. As I said, the Alice ult being down. Never mind, boys. He redeems himself with that. He steals the dragon with an Alice S1. That is hilarious, guys. That is absolutely hilarious. Come on, man. What is this clown fiesta already? Not only a lot of kills already for pro play, but also the Alice just yoinking away that dragon. That is hilarious, guys. Richter just completing his Mantle of Ra. Nice little power spike. Little early power spike, you know. Pretty good item to complete. And Roxy is trying to steal that red buff. However, she gets ulted by Omen, but she is so tanky, guys. That red buff almost dropped in between that Roxy fire, those D-Rock knockbacks, those two S1s is just way too much. Guys, what is going on, man? Neil, yo, where's your punish, mate? Buddy, what is going on, man? Marja stole it with S1. Stole the red buff. Guys, he is getting bullied all game. That is hilarious, guys. Come on, Neil. How can that happen? You gotta save your punish, buddy, for these important things, man. He's probably like, man, Alice S1 does 0 damage. Marja S1, with these tanky builds, does 0 damage as well. So he's probably like, man, I can just auto it. Yeah, she's going Gaia's first item, guys. Of course, she does 0 damage. She's still able to steal that. That is hilarious. Roxy once again being hit by that Omen ult, but she's running around, she's healing a lot, she's shielding. Ooh, oh my god, I'm getting a little bit too excited, but that was just really juicy timing with that Eland'orr ult, just able to push them away right as that Roxy is running out. I'm sorry for the clap, okay? It is in fact not such a clap, it is such a clap, okay? Because they are clapping them, okay? Talon is, that was an absolute clapping nation going on in that top lane with that Roxy. That was very, very nice. And yeah, I will try to not do this anymore because it might sound annoying on the microphone. What can I say, guys? Anyway, listen, I just got done recording and uploading that Omega video. I'm hyped, okay? That Omega rework is hyped, okay? That is huge. That is very hyphy here. Anyway, that Alice ult being placed down, but this time it is not wasted because it zones the enemies away a little bit. I would have probably placed a little bit more left, but it's fine, you know, it's fine. They almost get the tower, not quite able to get it completely though. And they instantly rotate to that mid lane wave. They don't want to leave the enemies any opportunity to push their mid lane tower, so they instantly clear that wave. Definitely Talon Esports winning this game so far, 1.3k gold ahead. Just playing the macro better, rotating better with their jungle, mid and support, clearing these waves first. And while I'm saying that, a teamfight breaks out. Huck forces the Arctic Orb on the side of D-Rock, a kill being picked up already onto J-Jack on that Alice, and it seems like a disengage happens and both teams run away without anything happening. D-Rock ult not able to snipe anyone away. Ooh, Med is instantly engaging onto that Slayer right now. Seems like they want to force Alice to use her endless cycle, but she is not doing it so far. Let's see if... Guys, are they really just gonna give it up? They just give it up. That is absolutely insane, guys. That is crazy right now. 9 minutes into the game, Mad was losing, but they are able to pick up an Alice kill, and she is too greedy to use that endless cycle, and they pick up that Slayer. Eland'orr soloed the dragon meanwhile, and almost got that tier 2 bot lane tower, and they get the mid lane tower as well, I think. Okay, 300 gold, might as well just write that off, okay? Hey, if you're doing that a tax report, boys, you better just write that tower off 100%, because that's pretty much gone. That is one little auto attack by Eland'orr, and that's, you already know, it's a ruin, not a tower anymore. And yeah, it's gonna be gone here. No, they are able to hold on to it, despite that Alice ult. Roxy pushing that bottom lane wave, gonna get a lot of tower damage actually. That cannon minion, guys, you can't leave these cannon minions alive. They do so much damage to these towers. You really need to pay attention to clearing your waves. And Talon is doing a better job. Honestly, Talon is doing an amazing job right now this game. Very, of course, stellar macro performance by both teams. Also, that Valhein, you know, definitely gets outscaled late game by Eland'orr. 100%. Not even close. However, Mad, of course, has that D-Rock, okay? So I feel like Mad's late game is still very stellar just because of that D-Rock. And they are able to use that Drake, summon it in the top lane and get one tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, Dragon already respawned and they get another Dragon, man. Talon is building their gold lead here very well. And I don't think they can defend. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they can attack here for Mad. I don't think they can get this tier 2 tower. Valhein is doing a nice amount of damage to this Marja, but she has that Gaia's, man. Marja against the magic damage of Kha'Zix, against the magic damage of Valhein, against the magic damage of D-Rock, and even that, you know, that ultimate on Zephys puts that mark onto you that deals magic damage on every instance you deal damage to them. So again, a lot of magic damage on Zephys as well. So this Gaia's is just doing a ton of work, and you can see, right as I'm saying that, Talon is able to pick 2 more kills to their name here. D-Rock dropping and someone else, but he already used Endless Cycle, so I don't even know. I think it was Valhein. Very well played, and seems like they get caught once again, but they have to back out here from Talon because they don't have that Richter ult available, no Alice ult. I mean, they had Alice ult, but she just keeps using that. She just keeps using it. Super weird. I'm not sure if he's misclicking. I honestly am not sure. These Alice ults have been a little bit weird. We have to critique the boys when we get the chance to. Sometimes they don't play perfectly. But yeah, Yuzon is running away. I'm not sure if he will be able to get away. He is running. Yeah, he is easily able to get away. He does not care. He's way too tanky. And again, Neil instantly starts that Slayer as soon as some enemies show bottom, but they have to disengage. This Marja will just run into them with sprint, with ult, silence them, do still a decent amount of damage despite the Gaia's build. Never mind, she gets poked out. Again, an Alice ult used, this time well used to protect his Marja player here. So they are able to push away Mad's offense on this Slayer, and this is a 3000 gold lead though for Talon still, so they're definitely in a good spot for now. They also have that Eland'orr late game, as I mentioned. Good D-Rock wall forces the Eland'orr to come from the left side, but it does not matter. He's still able to dish out the damage. And still, yeah, look at this damage, guys. That is so much. Mid lane tower finally dropping. Blue buff going to that Roxy right now, most likely. She's already on it. The enemy blue buff, of course. And this might turn into a Slayer, or if they decide to push this mid lane tower. I think they will try to push this mid lane tower and then go for the Slayer. But Zephys has good wave clear and very nice Alice ult, able to force them away. They get this mid lane tower and they will instantly make their way onto the Slayer. Roxy can tank it so easily, super tanky already. Aegis, Mantle of Ra, and the Gaia's in there. That is insane. As I said, I assume she has increased healing enchantment, so again, that Gaia is just very nice for that synergy there. And they are able to pick up that Slayer. They take the enemy red buff as well. Meanwhile, Mad is able to trade it off for a Dragon at least. Able to equalize the gold lead a little bit. 8-4 for Talon. Definitely in a winning position right now, okay? But again, keep in mind, D-Rock on Mad Fanta there is going to be able to stall this game out for a very long time. And guys, I don't know how long this will be. I pressed until 37 minutes, okay? So I know it will be at least 37 minutes, okay? And yeah, yikes, boys, okay? I hope I will not lose my mind. I hope I will not lose my water. I hope I will still have the smooth talking, you know, after these, what, 30 more minutes or something? Anyway, we have that, that enemy... Valhein, I think, again, dropping. I don't even know, guys. They just instantly press these endless cycles. But Talon is able to pick up another kill. Meanwhile, Yuzon is getting caught here. Yeah, never mind, man. When there's a Eland'orr, you're dead. You cannot do anything. Alice slowing him down. Let's see if Alice gets the kill. Nah. She gives it over to Eland'orr. By the way, Alice Eland'orr, very nice combo because Alice ult reduces magic resistance. Eland'orr does a ton of magic resistance. Magic damage. She also protects him really well. Clean combo, really clean combo for your solo ranked games as well. Both heroes are very, very OP as well, so if you guys are playing with a duo support or whatever, very nice little team little duo combo to abuse the enemies with. Anyway, we have that Abyssal Dragon, the enraged one, in fact, dropping to Talon right here. I don't think Mad is in any spot to leave their base right now. They are behind 5,000 gold. It is creeping up to a 6,000 gold lead for Talon, and they have the weaker team comp right now at this point. Very interesting Valhein build. You already know that will be a video. That will be a juicy little video. But yeah, very interesting build. Decides to go for the Hyogos. Usually we see Hyogos coming out and the Frost Cape. Very tanky Valhein build, of course, but usually we see that. Usually we see maybe a Frost Cape and the Beast combo, but this time we just see Blitzblade, Clavesanti, Hyogos into that Devil's Handshake. Very interesting. Definitely a very aggressive, damage-oriented build, which still has some magic resistance and armor from that Hyogos. And of course, Hyogos not only slows the enemies, but also move speeds you up, okay? So bonus move speed for a Valhein. So that is going to be a very mobile Valhein. And yeah, we'll see. Definitely building, what's it called? Blade of Eternity, last item. Meanwhile, Omen is getting caught here once again. And as I said, if that, he wasn't afraid the last time, but this time, again, there's a Eland'orr, picks him up. And meanwhile, Mad is able to very well macro their way out of this situation by doing the Slayer, and Neil is able to pick it up with that punish. Well played, not stolen by an Alice S1 this time. And yeah, that red buff goes down to that Eland'orr. Still, Eland'orr has they still have the dragon buff, but it is timing out soon, and also Eland'orr still has that revival of the dragon buff. And yeah, this is still really hard, but the D-Rock barrier is just going to be able to make quick Ash, or whatever you want to call this, out of this minion wave. They can't push against the D-Rock wall. However, no wall available now. But the D-Rock, the S1, man, it just has so much clear potential for those minion waves. He also has that laser there. Come on, man. You can't push against D-Rock. You really need to somehow dive this. They have good dive with Richter, Alice, and the Marja ult. Also, the Roxy swooping in with that sprint, pulling somebody out. Very, very nice combo, honestly. So we'll see if they will be able to dive this Mad roster, because they really need to. I don't know. You need to stop the, maybe an Alice ult is enough to stop the D-Rock from using his ult, but probably not, man. You really need someone to suicide, to zone away that D-Rock, and it should be just the Richter. He has that Fenris, he has that Rank Breaker, so he still has enough pressure, while still maintaining enough tankiness with his S2 and the Mantle of Ra. So definitely nice damage coming out of Richter here. Definitely has the potential to just zone away that D-Rock. And if he suicides for a tier 3 tower, it is worth. You just reset, you wait for him to respawn, and you do it all over again. And again, Mad is not able to leave their base right now. The only one leaving the base is that Omen. And yeah, they should probably try to kill this Omen. And it seems like they are gonna be rotating first to that mid lane tower to protect it, of course. They still are holding on to their tier 1 mid lane tower, which is very, very nice for Talon here. And now that, never mind. The Alice ult is not able to keep them in that middle lane for long enough, and they are able to escape. Nice little try there to engage. I am getting a little bit lightheaded. I'm gonna be honest, I'm getting a little bit lightheaded. My foot is falling asleep, boys, okay? So we need to reposition here a little bit, because this game is gonna go for a very long time here, okay? What can I say, man? Guys, I think this is gonna be, so some of the comments where it's gonna be 45 minutes or something. What can I say, man? Anyway, as I'm saying, Slayer, Dragon, Enraged Abyssal Dragon is going down to that Talon roster right now. But it is resetting, they back out. They are still afraid of this counter engage by Mad with that Zephyr's ult, right? It's still very potent. Omen, ult flicker, also very potent engage. So we'll have to see how this turns out. It is definitely a very even game still. as I said, that D-Rock ult just completely destroys Eland'orr in these fights, right? Because of that, yeah, you just block out his auto attacks, which is gonna make Eland'orr completely useless. So definitely Mad still has that potential. They also have a nice AoE combo with that Kha'Zix into the Zephyr's ult. If they hit a 4-man Kha'Zix S1 into a Zephyr's ult, well, that's a GG. I'm gonna be honest, that's a GG. That is way too much damage coming in, way too much CC coming in. And yeah, we'll see if Mad just decides to start off this Dragon right now. J-Jack is trying to stop them. This is a huge engage coming onto that D-Rock. D-Rock getting zoned. Mad is able to pick up that Dragon, and Valhein gets the Enraged Abyssal Dragon buff there. That makes him revive. Meanwhile, Yuzon got picked up in that top lane. So 2 of Mad ending up dead there. D-Rock used his Endless Cycle, is able to respawn. And meanwhile, Happy is just soloing, is very happy, soloing this Slayer right here. Very well played by both teams here. Mad definitely able to hold on, because I think if that Eland'orr got that revival buff and that dragon buff, and then they would just get the Slayer, I think that would be game over right there. So definitely Mad playing well here, trying their best to keep themselves in this game. Valhein also trying their best to poke there a little bit, but these team comps are so tanky, guys. Just both teams building so tanky, it is ridiculous. When even the marksman has some defensive stats, you know, you already know, man, that is gonna be a pain. Ooh, Kha'Zix pulling in nicely. Zephyr's ult only able to hit 1 though, they have to disengage here. D-Rock wall a little bit out of position, but it's still doing its job. And now this second Zephyr's ult just completely raining onto Talon here, and is able to get some nice return kills. D-Rock ult completely missing the laser compartment there. Definitely not too good, but they are able to push away Talon here and are able to defend these towers for a couple more minutes until that next push is coming in. And I think Talon will just wait for that Slayer to respawn to get that next push, or for that Abyssal Dragon to respawn to get that next push. Both will respawn very close to each other, so they will try to get both. Meanwhile, let's check out these builds. The Valhein actually sold his Blade of Eternity after it was used up for Arctic Orb. So that's very interesting. Not a Death Sickle coming out, but an Arctic Orb. Now that Richter is losing his life there, but respawns with the Blade of Eternity. Meanwhile, Zephyr's drops, respawns with Endless Cycle, and someone else dropped as well on the side of the Richter, ended up dropping completely. Respawn with Endless Cycle. This is gonna be a 10v10 team fight, it seems like, because everyone and their mom is respawning right here, boys. What can I say? And yeah, that Roxy is dropping in the end there, even through that, yeah, through that Death Sickle, through all of these things, she is not able to survive there in the end. Ooh, Hawk is able to react to that Zephyr's ult, able to use that ult and run away on his Marja. Meanwhile, they finally get this tier 1 mid lane tower. Mad able to pick that up. 2 people dead. Of course, Eland'orr and Roxy still dead. Eland'orr, the huge carry he is very important for Talon here. And yeah, Mad is able to get some counter pushes here. And they are trying to get this tier 3 tower as well. Huge Alice ult though, silencing them, keeping them at bay and forcing them to back away from this. They were able to pick up, I think, they were able to pick up a kill, okay? I don't even know, man. They instantly respawn with Endless Cycle. What can I say, man? I'm losing track. I hope you I hope you forgive me for that. And yeah, we have that Slayer respawning already at half HP. That Eland'orr burning through it. I think they will just get it. Oh, they started this. No, they will still get it. And yeah, Mad are not able to follow it up in time, but they can quickly make their way onto this Abyssal Dragon because they get the first mid lane push. The bot lane is pushing hard in their favor there, so they might be able to just burn this down as fast as possible. Of course, Valhein doesn't have as much damage as an Eland'orr, so but still able to burn it down very quickly. Valhein with that revival buff, Blade of Eternity ready as well, sold that Blitzblade for Fafnir's. Of course, that is going to do much more damage in the late game when everyone is at a lot of base health, right? Everyone has like huge amounts of base health at this point. So of course, Fafnir's much stronger than a Blitzblade at this point. We'll see if this Omen will get caught. He is completely alone. Yeah, he's definitely dead here. As soon as that Eland'orr comes in, he is just gonna die. And meanwhile, Mad team is trying to clear out that Drake in that top lane, but only the Zeph is there, and he is struggling here. I'm not gonna lie, he is struggling. But if he gets it, yeah, he gets it, guys. So this is still very nice for Mad, actually. That is worth, you know, that is worth, okay? Because that just completely cancelled Talon's Slayer push. So then catching out Omen and him just using Endless Cycle was an advantage for Mad. This is the balance of Arena of Valor right now. If someone has an Endless Cycle, killing them might actually not be worth for your team. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. And yeah. I remember once a team got away, but they were low, and the enemy team got the Slayer then. But if that team who got away ended up just suiciding into the enemies and killing themselves and using their Endless Cycle to run to the Slayer faster, they would have been able to defend the Slayer. So not dying, escaping from the enemies was actually the bad play, which is hilarious, okay? This is the Arena of Valor balance right now, but it's fun, man. Who cares? It's like Dota. In Dota, sometimes just suiciding when you're in enemy territory and then just buying back to get back to the Roshan very quickly might be worth sometimes than going back to the base, respawn, like replenishing your health and then walking there. Yeah, what can I say, man? These games are wild. It can be very difficult to make the right macro decision here. And again, Slayer is already respawning almost 27 minutes in the game already. Mad team tries to engage here onto Talon, not able to get an engage. Now Talon counter-engaging with that Richter going very deep. D-Rock completely caught out. That is just D-Rock flickering away, completely missing his laser. That is crazy, guys. And no one really dying. Omen dropping in the end, and I think he is gonna die completely. He has the Death Sickle. He is trying to run away, trying his best here. Not able to get away though. And his Death Sickle used. I don't think he has any Endless Cycles anymore. And he used the Desperate, the Blade of Eternity as well, okay? So, you know, that is gonna be a pretty weak Omen next team fight. He's gonna go probably for a Rock Shield, which is still gonna make him very tanky, but not as tanky as he would love to be, okay? With that, with those multiple lives, with Death Sickle, you know, Blade of Eternity, all that good stuff. Now, that the towers are pretty even. I mean, of course, no base tower being down on the side of Talon is definitely very detrimental for Mad team here. However, they still have two of their base towers, so it's not too big of a deal at this point. Huck gets completely caught out, but is able to just ult right after his Blade of Eternity makes him respawn, and he's able to get away. And of course, he doesn't have that Blade of Eternity, which is really sad for Marja, but at the end of the day, you have that Arctic Orb, it's almost the same. And we have Frosties coming out on Marja, which is not something we see too often. I even saw Huck go Yoga's Edge on Marja a couple of weeks ago in this APL, which is just absolutely hilarious. It can also work very well, but this game he decided to go for that Frosties. I assume he just... not sure how he makes that decision, honestly. Sometimes whenever you feel like you can auto-attack well, which you don't want to be auto-attacking Zephys with the Aegis and an Omen with the Aegis and his S2. So I think that's where he made this decision. Against Lubu, I remember he built the Hyuga's Edge. which also slows the enemies, but also gives you that move speed boost, which is really, really good to have. The stats on both are very similar, so it doesn't really matter too much. We'll see what happens here. That Omen is getting caught, has to flicker away. Doesn't have his flicker, has his ult still available. Neil is dropping really dangerously low. Is he gonna be able to get away? He is able to get away. Meanwhile, that Richter already died, already respawned with his endless cycle. I feel like I've seen him 50 times this game. Not even sure if he died. I don't think he actually died. I don't even know what is going on, guys. But I don't want to go back because this is already going to be super long. And yeah, we have that Alice using that ult to zone away the enemies, but they just go past it and clear that Drake away. The dragon, the abyssal, the Slayer, god damn, come on, man. The Slayer is already respawning. I'm losing my mind, guys. This is way too long. I don't know how these League of Legends casters do it. That's why I guess they have multiple. You know, that's why they have like 2 people, and then one guy is talking and the other guy is like chilling a little bit, you know, collecting his chakra, and then using the talk no jutsu like Naruto did. And yeah, what can I say? I'm doing everything at once, boys. What can I say, man? We don't need any breathers. Okay, I'm the rap god. No. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Anyway, maybe we should stop being cringe. We have that Slayer respawned so far. Talon chasing off this little loli is just so strong, and J-Jack is playing her amazingly well in that late game, being annoying, zoning the enemies away. And that Eland'orr gets caught by that ultimate. He will drop, man. There's no way this Eland'orr survives. They pick off that Eland'orr, and that is GG. Omen ult catching off the Eland'orr. Just the Omen ult, I think, with the flicker. Yeah, probably with flicker, right? No, actually not. I think the flicker cooldown is almost over, right? Is the yellow thing? Yeah, it's almost over. So he didn't even flicker. So that's just a straight up mistake by Eland'orr there, getting caught by Omen ult point blank like that. He wanted to get that tower. I guess he assumed if he even dies, he gets the tower, it's GG. But he didn't even get the tower. Zip getting caught. Very unfortunate. This is a free... Yeah, this is a free Slayer for... never mind, Krizik's respawned. Krizik's respawn, man. Endless cycle. But I think the endless cycles are gone soon. So I will be able to have some overview over this game finally, and not just be guessing what is happening. There we go. We have, if you take a look at the minimap right now, we have, of course, Mad stuck in their base defending these towers, defending their core. So this is a free Slayer coming in by Talon. And now, which is very interesting, Zip Krizix shouldn't have even used his endless cycle, because he could have saved it for later, because he would have respawned by this point anyway, and Talon would have gotten that Slayer anyway, and they wouldn't have been able to push anything anyway. So again, a little bit of a mistake by that Krizix coming in, but it's really difficult to have that foresight. You have to be 7 billion IQ, like the gaming genius, to have that foresight, and probably I wouldn't have had that foresight anyway. But again, I don't really use endless cycles, so... Anyway, we have that Abyssal Dragon dropping again to Talon. Whoo, 33 minutes, guys. 33 minutes. Is this gonna end? They just need that bottom tower. They have the Drake positioned there. They have both major objective buffs, Slayer and Dragon buff. They have the Revival passive on... that Eland'orr, and they have a Death Sickle on him, and they have a Bow of Slaughter on him, and a bunch of damage, okay? So, this is looking really good. However, you already know what's happening. That D-Rock ult is gonna be plopped down, and nothing will happen. D-Rock is absolutely insane, guys. What can I say? They're even able to clear out this wave. Yeah, they're able to clear out the wave completely without even using the D-Rock wall, which is not a good sign for Talon here. This is just so difficult to end for Talon. They are trying to pressure on all fronts. They have that Marja position in the mid lane to split push that mid lane a little bit, to clear out these minions instantly and force and try to get in there with her abilities there poking, but it doesn't matter, guys. The D-Rock ult is still available. Now it's used with that final push coming in, and they are able to just completely fend them off. And this Roxy will die. Yeah, they are able to pick up that kill, but I think that tower will drop anyway. Still worth for Talon here. They were able to pick up that tower anyway. Oh my god, Huck almost dies there to that laser. Very nice snipe coming in by Fanta. And yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. This is a 35-minute game so far, and it seems like, you know, I mean, you got all the 3 towers, right? But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do as the Talon roster right now? Because still, even if you try to push that core down, the D-Rock ult is just gonna protect it. It seems like I was wrong about the late game Eland'orr just dishing out so much damage. I mean, he is doing a lot of damage, but at the same time, look at this Valhein's build. With the Fenrir's, yes, he is gonna be able to match that Eland'orr's damage almost. So again, we seem to have a very even game here, because that D-Rock is just so much, just doing much more than a Marja, of course. Marja is not that strong in the late game with this build. If she is this tanky, her poke is not gonna matter enough for you to actually focus her, because of course she's really tanky. But we'll probably see Huck change his build here throughout the game. We'll see what's happening. The teamfight is already breaking out. So far, no one dying. The Eland'orr is dropping first, and that Valhein health bar is so healthy. So he is just able to completely clean up that fight. Look at this damage coming in by Valhein. He is just going in and destroying Talon completely here. And this Marja is likely gonna die as well. Not able to get his ult back up in time. Uses the endless cycle though. Is able to get back onto the fray. And now Mad, while winning that fight, is not gonna be able to do anything with it, because they have to defend these minion waves, man. Which is just really, really huge. I mean, that Talon was able to pick up that last tower on that bottom lane push was huge for them, because that essentially gave them this comfortable position in this game where they can even lose a team fight and still be winning, still be completely winning. Mad tries to get this Slayer now, starts it right off the bat, but they have to disengage, because of course it is a 5v5 on the map right now. And again, if you check that minimap, you can see all those towers, all those minions pushing onto the side of Talon here. We have that Valhein a couple seconds ago, he was trying to push out that mid lane wave as well. Guys, I don't know what to say. This is absolutely insane. We have to see. It all boils down to who gets the better team fight, okay? And at this point, it seems like the Krizzik's late game is just so strong. That Valhein is able to pick up a kill onto that Richter, and Richter definitely no endless cycles available. Zephys gets ulted, huge Marja ult onto that Valhein, is able to pick off that Blade of Eternity onto him. And it seems like both teams disengage again. This core almost dropping to minions. D-Rock missing the minions with his ult. Very cheeky there. And yeah, we'll see if they are going to be able to get this Abyssal Dragon. And they should be very easily able to. However, it is being traded off for a Slayer. And you already know what happens. The losing team, okay, the team with the less towers, always wants to get the Slayer, because then they can defend, okay? And yeah, they can definitely defend. They can juice their minions now with that Drake. Meanwhile, a teamfight breaks out. Roxy is ulted by Omen. Is not dropping though, has so much healing. And now the enemies are so low HP. The Alice is being pushed away, so they cannot chase here. And again, they have that Drake to plop down in their base, which is going to juice their minions, which is going to help them push away these enemy minion waves with the triple juiced up super minion in that middle lane, right? They definitely need that Drake helping them out. Guys, this is crazy. 39 minutes already. That is absolutely insane. I wonder what game 2 is like. I really wonder what game 2 is like. Because I think a lot of people actually requested game 2. I thought game 2 was going to be the long one. I guess not, guys. Maybe both are long. I'm going to lose my voice if both are long. I cannot record them in succession here, for sure. Also, it is 7 p.m. I have not eaten anything this day, okay? Which is not too bad because I do this intermittent fasting thing. So that is not an issue. As I'm saying this though, we have Marja going in deep, huge teamfight already breaking out. D-Rock ult used. I don't think he used his laser though yet. Yeah, he didn't use his laser, otherwise he wouldn't have the cape. That is very obvious. So he still has that laser. He can clear out the next, yeah, clears out. That didn't do too much damage to the minion wave, but I think they will still be able to clear that out. The D-Rock wave clear is that S1. Omen is going deep, completely gets caught, has the Blade of Eternity, respawns, has the Arctic Orb, respawns, has probably the Death Sickle, does not have the Death Sickle, ends up dropping. Krizik's able to pull in that. Guys, everyone has Death Sickle, everyone has revival buffs. Who is gonna win this? It must be Talon, man. There's no way they lose this teamfight now, right? Oh my god, the Valheim ended up dropping. Endless cycle, never mind. They are gonna win this. Yeah, Mad is able to win this. And guys, I can't even talk, man. Valheim still had an endless cycle. I thought he's gonna just die and they lose, but he is able to respawn and he is able to get this comeback for his team. By the way, guys, the new Valheim skin is cool, but honestly, man, this one, the AIC skin, I don't know, man. Still might be my favorite. I don't know what to say. Still might be my favorite here. Anyway, we have that Valheim pushing in right now. They are trying to clear these waves. Quite long death timers on the enemies, but I don't think they can actually get any towers here. 3 seconds onto Richter. They can get the enemy blue buff, but that's they can get a Slayer for sure, I think, because Hawk still respawning in 10 seconds. 5 seconds for Eland'orr. Slayer is already at 2/3, so this should be a dead Slayer. Unless, I mean, Zephys is not there, okay? So they might as well try to steal it here on the side of Talon. Nope, not able to. Zephys was clearing those waves, still not able to steal that away from Mad. And again, when Mad is so far ahead in gold, but it really doesn't matter. Guys, if a team is behind no towers, right? And they have these minions pushing into them. If they lose the Slayer to the enemy team, it's GG. The Slayer juices the triple minion wave, triple super minion wave in the mid lane, and it's GG, guys, okay? It's just way too strong to defend with that dragon coming in as well. But if the losing team gets that, then it's fair game, okay? It is game on, and it is gonna be game on for a long time here. Guys, I don't know what to say, man. 42 minutes. This is the longest pro game in AOV history, probably. Maybe actually my game against Nova here, against our boy Vex, might have been longer. I think that was a 50-minute game, man. That was crazy. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, that was actually really funny because I told Lilu not to pick Murad, and he wanted to prove to everyone that he's better than Vex on Murad or whatever, something, and he just picked it anyway. While I was the draft boy, you know, you should listen to the draft boy. Anyway, whatever, guys. That just made a super long game for no reason. We had a better pick there. But it's fine. I digress. But we are still in this huge, long game. Slayer, Dragon being taken down, reset. Slayer not spawning for quite some time. So the Dragon will be the point of interest here for both teams. So we might see a fight. Oh my god, that Roxy tries to get the Valheim, not able to, he flickers away. Zephys being caught, but again, that broken Zephys ult, passive, able to sustain the damage very easily, and he's still almost full HP. Roxy ult used, Valheim flicker used, and yeah, seems like Mad is trying to get this Abyssal Dragon. If they get this revival buff onto this Valheim, we have a clean next team fight for Mad. They might be able to win this game completely. And we'll see. Never mind. Talon. This Alice gets the Abyssal Dragon once again. Absolutely insane gameplay by J-Jack. He's able to secure it, and they are able to pick up that Valheim. And I don't think Endless Cycle is remaining, and that should be the game right here, boys. I don't think they can win this without the Valheim hard carrying them. The only huge damage carry in that late game. D-Rock, of course, does a lot of damage, but not as much as a Valheim, not as much as a marksman. That's what I'm trying to say. And they are able to pick up that victory in the end. Very well played by Talon, very well played by Ned as well. Guys, I am looking forward to my food here. And yeah, we are gonna go for to those damage numbers. We saw Talon Happy got that MVP on his Eland'orr, right? Yeah, Talon Happy winning MVP on Eland'orr, 12 kills or something, of course, insane performance. And Valhein, of course, both marksmen are gonna be the MVPs. You can see a very aggressive build in the end there by Valhein. No revival abilities, nothing, just absolutely insane damage. But not able to carry his team to victory in the end. And we'll see the damage numbers in a second here as well. 35% by Valhein, absolutely insane. 31% by Marja. I keep flaming Marja for these tanky builds, but in the end, if you can sustain and stay in these team fights, I still think it makes... I still think I would like some more AP on these Marja builds. I like the Gaias, everything past that. You know, Berifs plus Gaias, enough tankiness. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this 45 minutes slugfest between Talon and Mad here. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys the next time. Peace out, boys. Bye-bye.